I'm just about to start Battlestar Galactica Cylon Raider model kit, and for that video I thought I would, before getting into it, just show my existing Battlestar Galactica models. And I knew that my Galactica model was up in the attic, so last night I went up into the attic to find it, and I stumbled across this, which I brought down out that attic to show you. Now this I built many years ago, when I was heavily into SF3D or Ma.K modeling. And if you don't know what that is, I mean, if you Google Ma.K, capital M, small a, full stop, capital K, you'll see what I'm on about. And basically, it's science fiction modeling in a style of, it's set way in the future, but the designs, the aesthetic is very much World War II. So it's science fiction in the future, but it's looking like something based on World War II technology. All right. So this is like a tank, a hover tank that I made way back then, back before Facebook, back when you had modeling blog sites. I made this for my old Mystery Models blog site, and heavily into Ma.K SF3D at the time. So that's why I built it. And this is heavily, massively inspired. Let me lift it up a bit so you can see a bit more of what it looks like. All right. So massively inspired by, yet again, my model making hero, Martin Bower. This is the Taybor's gun from season 2, Space 1999. The Taybor. He threatens Moonbase Alpha with this amazingly huge, chunky tank. There's a shot of the detail of it, and I've got a shot from the back. All right, and another shot there. All right, so especially this, you know, you've got the big barrel with a turret, and then you've got a rounded area with these legs coming off, right? Let me turn him around. These legs look kind of familiar, don't they? Because I was heavily, as I say, influenced by Martin's work. So I thought I'd show you it today and retroactively go through the making of it. It's a long time ago, but let's try and work it out. I think the basis is this dome, and I think it was the underside of a spinning top, one that you put on the ground, and there was like to get it to spin. That's the bottom of it, right? So that was the very basis, and I knew I wanted to make this looking like the Taybor's gun, so that was my basis. The 3 legs are all made out of plasticard. All right. The upper bit, I cannot remember what this dish is. I think it was a toy. The turret, again, a tip I got off of Martin Bower, is this is plumbing pipe, but nothing sticks to plumbing pipe. So I've then wrapped it in thin plasticard, because then I can stick bits onto it. I think the serrated bit there, I think that's just plasticard that I drilled holes in to give me like the old flash bit, right? I can see what that is there, this corrugated piece. That's a jar lid off of a coffee jar, all right? And then it's just copious amount of kit pieces, all right? There's bits from all over the place, be it military, aircraft, ships, all sorts of stuff. These domes again, I was put onto that by Ma.K and Bower. They're ping pong balls. Ping pong balls are great. They're cheap. They have a middle line that you can easily cut along with a scalpel, and they stick fine with super glue. The obligatory sticky gems that I use for rivets. This is real cabling. This is a blatantly obvious rear of a 1/35 scale tank, but don't care about that. It looked all right. So yeah, there's that. I'm not sure what that cage bit is. I think that's off of a 1/24 scale. Oh no, that's off of a helicopter kit. Yeah, that's off of a helicopter kit. I was making at one point one of the guest craft in Aliens at Gateway Station, and they used a certain, it's Huey Hogg or something, but it was a big one. It was like 1/24 scale, and I think that's part of the internal structure for that. Yeah, and just various kit bits all over. That I recognise. That's part of the Millennium Falcon. That's one of the sidewalls on the mandible or round by the door of the Millennium Falcon. So yeah, what I like about the old Ma.K models is they are all beat up and they are all rusty, and I was heavily, as you can see, into my rusty stage at that time. All right, so everything was painted. I think it was hand painted. I don't think any of this was spray cans. This is all hand painted, and then on with the rusty washes. And as you can see, I really went to town on it. Decal wise, I think they're nearly all Ma.K kits. I know that's a Ma.K decal because I was buying a lot of the Ma.K kits at the time, and you get lots of decal sheets, and I had a lot left over. I wish I still had them. I used them all up. That's one as well, and that's one. Yeah, that's off of one of the big Ma.K aircraft. So yeah, he's been up in the attic all this time, bless him. I had to dust him off. Just looking at him, I do think like that with that dome. If you're a 2000 AD fan, he looks like a bit like one of the thrill suckers from 2000 AD. But yeah, I thought I'd get him down out of the attic for you. Yeah, I really like him. You can see the influences there, but I went my own way with it. And I'm still, even after all these years, I'm still pretty darn pleased with him.